Bienvenidos al curso de inglés definitivo de Vaughan. Lección 38. Nivel principiante.
Gimnasia verbal. Came. Annie, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
I'm fine. How do we say? ¿Cómo decimos nosotros? How do we say? Cumpleaños feliz.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Todos los españoles, no sé por qué motivo, dicen happy birthday, que suena como feliz día de los pájaros. ¿Ok? It's happy birthday. Hay que sacar la lengua.
Birthday.
Bien, Annie, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sí, porque hoy es el cumpleaños de Annie.
Ujú.
How are you? Okay?
I'm okay.
Te lo estás llevando bien, ¿no?
Sí, lo llevo bien.
Bien.
Alguna arruguita más.
Y a todos. Vale. Vamos a ver hoy el pasado del verbo come, ¿ok?
Ujú.
Y como sabes bien, los verbos, salvo el verbo to be, en el pasado simple nunca cambian, con lo cual solo hay que aprender una forma. En este caso es came. I came, you came, he came, she came, we came, and they came, ¿ok? Let's have a look at some examples then. Vine a España cuando tenía 25 años.
I came to Spain when I was 25.
Good. Alan vino a nuestra fiesta la semana pasada.
Alan came to our party last week.
Alan came to our party last week. Los padres de Patrick vinieron a vivir a España cuando era niño.
Patrick's parents came to live in Spain when he was a child.
When he was a child. Muy bien. Has dicho muy bien parents. Lo que no dijiste tan bien fue Spain.
Okay, Spain.
Bien, mejor. Patrick's parents came to live in Spain when he was a child. Lance vino a ver nuestro piso nuevo el sábado pasado.
Lance came to see our new flat last Saturday.
Lance came to see our new flat last Saturday. Good. Los Rolling Stones vinieron a dar un concierto en Madrid el año pasado.
The Rolling Stones came to give us a concert.
No era específicamente para ti y para mí, Annie.
Okay. The Rolling Stones came to give a concert in Madrid last year.
Good. Jody, es Jody, no Jody, vino a visitarme el fin de semana pasado.
Jody came to visit me last weekend.
El técnico vino a reparar nuestra lavadora el miércoles.
The repairman came to fix our washing machine on Wednesday.
Good. José vino a Madrid. ¿A Madrid? ¿Te gusta mi pronunciación?
Me encanta.
José vino a Madrid para encontrar trabajo.
Jose came to Madrid to find work.
José came to Madrid to find work. Muy bien. Vinieron a España cuando eran jóvenes.
They came to Spain when they were young.
When they were young. Y no young. Lo has dicho perfectamente. Bien. They came to Spain when they were young. Muy bien, Annie. ¿Cuál es el pasado del verbo to come?
Came.
Good. La expresión de la semana. To be on time. To be on time means, Annie?
Ser puntual.
Eso es, to be on time, ser puntual o llegar a tiempo. Ok, Hayden siempre es puntual. Bien, en este caso vamos a utilizar el verbo to arrive on time, ¿ok?
Okay. Hayden always arrives on time.
Bien, una frase que podríamos también traducir. Hayden is always on time. Good. Los autobuses aquí nunca llegan a su hora.
The buses here are never on time.
Vale, una B más fuerte para buses.
Buses.
Eso es, buses. The buses here are never on time. No te preocupes, llegaremos allí a tiempo.
Don't worry, we'll get there on time.
Muy bien, has empleado get, que es un verbo que solemos emplear cuando decimos llegar allí, ¿ok? To get there. No se suele decir to arrive there,
All right.
¿ok? We got there on time. We'll get there on time. Bien, cambiamos.
¿Terminarás el proyecto a tiempo?
Will you finish the project on time?
¿Normalmente entregan la mercancía a tiempo?
Do they usually deliver the goods on time? Un verbo más complicado, deliver, entregar, ¿ok?
Ujú. ¿Llegaste a tiempo para la reunión?
Were you on time for the meeting? Muy bien. Personaje de la semana. Aki Marita. Okay, last time I think we looked at the life of Li Tong, our Chinese friend, and today we're going to look at the life of Aki Marita, who is Japanese. Japanese significa, Annie?
Japonés.
Muy bien. Entonces, ¿qué vamos a hacer ahora? Yo voy a leer una historia, la historia de Aki Marita, y simplemente lo que tienes que hacer es escuchar, prestar atención y a ver si luego eres capaz de contestar a todas las preguntas que vienen a continuación. Y si no es el caso, si no puedes, pues escúchala de nuevo. Es muy fácil. Bien. Okay, Aki Marita is 39 years old. He is a member of the group of young executives at Honda that want to have an influence on the future of the company. He is an engineer, but he doesn't work in an engineering job. He is the manager of the Department for Quality Analysis. This means counting all the parts and components in the factory that have a defect Aki really doesn't have to count many defects because he and his people spend a lot of time visiting Honda's suppliers. Honda has a strict quality manual which Aki gives to every new supplier who works with the company. After this, he and his people spend about 50% of their time with the new supplier, watching the process and finding ways to make it better. Aki's department is probably responsible for the excellent quality record at Honda, and Aki knows that his bosses know this. He has a very good salary and lives in a nice area of Osaka, an industrial city south of Tokyo. He has a wife and 2 children, but he doesn't see them very often because he works 14 hours every day and 5 or 6 hours on Saturday. He doesn't like to work so many hours, but he thinks that this is the only way to move up in the organization and pay for the expensive private school where he sends his children. His wife doesn't say anything about the hours that her husband works. In fact, she prefers the situation because it gives her a lot of money to go shopping and to take care of the children. Bien, Annie, ¿has entendido todo?
Entendido todo, todo.
Muy bien. Phrasal verb, to put away. To put away means colocar o guardar, ¿ok? Colocar la compra, guardar la ropa, esas cosas, ¿ok? To put away your clothes, to put away the shopping. Annie, guarda tu ropa, por favor.
Put away your clothes, please.
Put away your clothes, please. ¿Me guardas los platos? Empleando el futuro en inglés, will you?
Will you put away the dishes for me, please?
Will you put away the dishes for me, please? Okay, good. Los guardaré cuando tenga tiempo.
I'll put them away when I have time.
Muy bien. Y el pronombre en este caso, them, se coloca entre el verbo y la preposición away, ¿ok? I'll put them away.
Okay.
Muy bien. El pequeño Timmy está guardando sus juguetes.
Little Timmy's putting away his toys.
Little Timmy's putting away his toys. Cambiamos.
¿Cuándo vas a guardar tus herramientas?
When are you going to put away your tools?
Guarda eso ahora mismo.
Put that away right now. Good stuff. Repaso de la entrega anterior. La clave del éxito. Saw.
Kate me vio con su novio.
Kate saw me with her boyfriend.
Cuando le vi, estaba borracho.
When I saw him, he was drunk.
Hilda vio a la reina cuando era niña.
Hilda saw the queen when she was a child.
Creo que nos vieron.
I think they saw us. Expresión de la semana.
Vamos a ir de vacaciones a las Bahamas.
We're going on holiday to the Bahamas.
Voy de vacaciones con mi familia.
I'm going on holiday with my family. Phrasal verb.
¿El vuelo a Tenerife sale a la misma hora todos los días?
Does the flight to Tenerife take off at the same time every day?
El avión va a despegar dentro de media hora.
The plane is going to take off in half an hour. Vocabulario.
Yo recomiendo esa aerolínea por sus bajos precios.
I recommend that airline for its low prices.
Les habla el comandante.
This is your captain speaking. Agilidad general.
¿Dónde estaba Derek?
Where was Derek?
Estaba bailando con su novia.
He was dancing with his girlfriend.
Brenda tomó 5 vasos de vino.
Brenda had 5 glasses of wine.
Él no le gusta a ella.
She doesn't like him. Vocabulario. Annie, vamos a ver ahora 8 palabras nuevas.
¡Qué bien!
Todas ellas hoy tienen que ver con...
El mundo del ferrocarril.
¡Chan, chaca, chan! Muy bien. Empezamos entonces con station, que significa...
Estación,
Muy bien. Train.
que es un tren.
Platform.
Un andén.
Eso es. Platform 1, Platform 2, Platform 3,
Ujú.
etc., etc. Timetable.
Que es el horario.
A carriage.
Que es un vagón.
Se escribe carriaje, pero se pronuncia carriage, ¿ok? A buffet car.
Es un coche
Eso
restaurante.
es. La T es muda porque... Pues básicamente es una palabra francesa.
Ujú.
High speed.
Alta velocidad.
Eso es. A high speed train es un tren de alta
Alta
velocidad. Good. Estamos despiertos hoy. Suburban train sería...
Cercanías.
Sí, un tren de cercanías. Ok, ¿cómo llega a la estación desde aquí?
How do you get to the station from here?
Muy bien, el tren llegará a las 5:30.
The train will arrive at 5:30.
No, ¿cómo se dice a las 5:30? 5:30
Sorry.
o 5:30.
5:30,
Vale,
sorry.
muy bien. ¿En qué andén llegará?
Which platform will it arrive on?
Good. Which platform will it arrive on? Or will it arrive at también. El horario dice que hay un tren en media hora.
The timetable says...
Says, not says, ¿ok? Says.
Says.
I say, pero he says.
Ok.
Aunque se escribe casi igual con S-A-Y.
Ujú.
Cambia ahí. I say, he
Says.
says. Eso es más cortito la tercera persona.
All right. The timetable says that there is a train in half an hour.
Mucho mejor. Bien. Pide un vagón de no fumadores.
As for a no-smoking carriage.
No carriage, como te dije yo antes. Carriage.
Carriage.
Ok. Ask for a no smoking carriage. Muy bien. ¿Hay un coche-restaurante en ese tren?
Is there a buffet car on that train?
Is there a buffet car? Buffet.
Buffet.
Ok, is there a buffet car on that train? Muy bien. ¿No hay trenes de alta velocidad en Inglaterra?
There are no high-speed trains in England.
Bueno, en realidad no hay trenes de velocidad en Inglaterra. Tenemos un sistema de trenes muy anticuado. Bien, ¿hay una estación de cercanías por aquí?
Is there a
Suburban.
Is there a suburban train station around here?
Well done. Good stuff, Annie. Agilidad general. Ok, Annie, vamos a continuar nuestro repaso general de todo el curso. O sea que aquí vamos a ver quizás algo que apareció en el libro 15, algo que apareció en el libro 3 y a ver hasta qué punto eres capaz de hacerlo bien.
Ponme a prueba.
Se está riendo porque estoy aquí en el estudio con gafas. Porque sí. Bien. Esos eran de tu abuelo.
Those were your grandfathers.
Those were your grandfathers. Ok. Estos eran de su hermana, de él.
These were his sisters.
These were his sisters. Muy bien. Vimos a su jefe, de ellos.
We saw their boss.
We saw their boss, con una B muy pronunciada. Ok, muy acentuada. ¿Cuántos años tiene su tío de ella?
How old is her uncle?
Good. ¿Cuántos coches tiene él?
How many cars does he have?
¿Tiene Carl hermanos?
Does Carl have any brothers or sisters?
Any brothers or sisters? Muy bien. ¿Estaban allí también?
Were they there too?
Were they there too? Ellos nunca van al teatro.
They never go to the theater.
The theater o the theater.
Theater.
Eso es. Hay que sacar la lengua. Theater. Dilo bien.
Theater.
Eso es. Good. June va. A veces June también es un nombre. Igual que Julio es un nombre en español. Y un mes.
June sometimes goes.
Good. Pero June es un nombre de chica.
Chica.
June sometimes goes. Good. Su madre nunca fue.
Her mother never went.
Her mother never went. Les veré la semana que viene.
I'll see them next week.
I'll see them next week. Good. ¿Dónde están las toallas?
Where are the towels?
Where are the towels? El cuñado de Jerry es francés.
Jerry's brother-in-law is French.
Jerry's.
Jerry's.
No, Jerry's no, Jerry's.
Jerry's.
Eso es. Jerry's brother-in-law is French. También es muy importante la pronunciación correcta de brother. Dice brother y no brother, ¿ok? Brother.
Okay.
Tú dices bien.
Brother.
¿De qué nacionalidad es Fran?
What nationality is Fran?
What nationality is Fran? Well done, Annie. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Grand finale. Annie, are you ready?
I'm ready to
Good. Now, ahora vamos a ver lo que hemos visto hoy. Acabamos de repasar un poquito en general y ahora vamos a repasar temas específicos de hoy.
Muy bien.
¿Vale? Empezando con lo siguiente. No hay trenes después de las 12.
There aren't any trains after 12.
¿Cómo se pronuncia la contracción de are not, Annie?
Aren't.
Eso es. ¿Y cómo lo pronunciaste tú?
Aren't.
Aren't, como todos los españoles. No se hace así. Aren't, ¿ok? Una
Ok.
sola sílaba. Aren't, como mi tía. Aren't.
There aren't.
Eso es. There aren't any trains after 12. ¿Tienes un horario de tren?
Do you have a train timetable?
Good. Do you have a train timetable? La estación está cerca del hotel.
The station is near the hotel.
Good. ¿Cómo se dice vagón?
Carriage.
Carriage. Good. Intentaremos llegar a tiempo.
We'll try to arrive on time.
We'll try to arrive on time. ¿El tren fue puntual?
Was the train on time?
Was the train on time? Good. Y en este caso no diríamos nosotros was the train punctual.
Okay.
¿Ok? Punctual existe en inglés como adjetivo, pero lo solemos utilizar para describir un comportamiento general.
Okay.
Como el tuyo. Annie is extremely punctual. Siempre llega a su hora, más o menos. ¿Por qué son los ingleses siempre puntuales?
Why are the English always on time?
Why are the English always on time? Good. ¿Cómo se dice cercanías, Annie?
Suburban train.
A suburban train. Good. Vamos a repasar rapidito el pasado del verbo come. ¿Qué era?
Came.
Muy bien. El Papa vino a España el año pasado.
The Pope came to Spain last year.
Good. Vinieron a mi boda.
They came to my wedding.
They came to my wedding. ¿Cómo se dice and then?
Platform.
Platform. Good. Mi hermano vino a visitarme la semana pasada.
My brother came to visit me last week.
Good. ¿Cómo se dice alta velocidad?
High speed.
High speed. A high speed train. Vino Judith también.
Judith came too.
Judith came too. Muchos de mis amigos vinieron a la fiesta.
Lots of my friends came to the party.
Good. Solo quedan 3, Annie. There are only 3 left.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ok, no te pongas nerviosa. ¿Por qué estás guardando tu cuaderno?
Why are you putting away your notebook?
Why are you putting away your notebook? Dos más. No te preocupes, lo guardaré yo.
Don't worry, I put it away.
Don't worry, I'll put it away. Good. ¿Puedes guardar tu móvil, por favor?
Can you put your
Mobile.
mobile?
Again.
Can you put your mobile away, please?
Good. Excellent. Annie, muchísimas gracias. Thank you ever so much for helping again, and I'll see you again next week. Don't forget to study.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bienvenidos al curso de inglés definitivo de Vaughan. Lección 38. Nivel intermedio.
Gimnasia verbal. Refuse and deny. Annie, how's it going?
I'm fine, what about you?
I'm fine. I'm very excited because today is a very special day. Today is a very special day because it is Annie's birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Annie.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Your birthday will go down in the annals of history in the Curso definitivo de inglés. Annie, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
How old are you today?
I refuse to answer that question.
You refuse to answer that question, but you can't deny it. You're 80, aren't you? You've just turned 80. You can't deny it.
Denied?
Deny? Deny means... Bueno, hemos dado una introducción patética, pero bueno, ha servido, a nuestros dos primeros verbos de hoy, que son refuse y deny. Okay, to refuse means...
Negarse.
Negarse, exactly. I refuse, me niego a decirte mi edad. I refuse to tell you my age, okay? And if I then say to you, you're 80 or you're 50, and I would say, you can't deny it, can you? No lo puedes negar. Negar is deny, okay? Negarse is refuse,
All right.
okay? Let's look at to refuse first of all, okay? Now, when it's followed by a verb, the verb is always expressed in the infinitive with to. Okay, I refuse to go, I refuse to tell you, I refuse to take part. I refuse to speak English,
Okay.
which is something you will never say to me again, will you?
No.
Good. Okay, let's look at some examples. Me negué a ir a la reunión.
I refused to go to the meeting.
Good. I refused to go to the meeting. Me niego a aceptar ese tipo de comportamiento. Annie.
I refuse to accept that type of behavior.
Good, especially at your age. I refuse to accept that type of behavior. Muy bien. Fran se negó a ayudarles.
Fran refused to help them.
Fran refused to help them. Muy bien, cambiamos.
El jefe se niega a hacer excepciones.
The boss refuses to make exceptions.
Ella se negó a cambiar de opinión.
She refused to change her mind.
Me niego a rendirme.
I refuse to give up. Okay, let's go on to deny, okay? When deny is followed by a verb, it is expressed, that second verb is expressed in the gerund. That's to say, the verb ending in ing, okay?
Okay.
So I deny going, I deny being there, I deny saying that, or I deny ever saying that. Okay? Muy bien, let's have a look then. Scott lo negó.
Scott denied it.
Denied it, okay? Denied it.
Denied it.
Eso es. Scott denied it. Bien, James negó haber dicho eso alguna vez.
James denied ever saying that.
Good, James denied ever saying that. Me ha encantado cómo has unido las dos palabras, denied y ever. Okay, James denied ever saying that. Perfecto. Annie, no lo puedes negar.
Annie, you can deny it.
Go on, confess. Own up, come on. You can't deny it. Good. Ella negó haber robado el portátil.
She denied it, stealing the...
No, she denied, not denied it, okay? Denied.
Okay, she denied stealing the laptop.
Okay, has dicho she denied a stealing.
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 Es más largo el sonido de la vocal y tampoco empieza por vocal, ¿ok? Stealing.
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 Eso es, stealing. She denied stealing the laptop. Annie, ¿qué significaba laptop?
Un portátil.
Muy bien, Annie, como indicaba.
El ejemplo.
El ejemplo, bien. The next one, Annie.
Es innegable. Él tiene una memoria asombrosa.
Okay, just before we do that, I'll just introduce the way we say es innegable. It's a set phrase, una frase hecha. We say, there's no denying it. Okay, there's no denying it. He's got an amazing memory. There's no denying it. Annie has an amazing memory, as she's just about to prove. Annie, how do we say portátil in English?
Laptop.
What an amazing memory you have. Fantastic. The last one then. Él negó haber cometido errores.
He denied making any mistakes.
Good stuff. We always make mistakes in English. We say to make mistakes and not to commit mistakes. Y menos todavía
To do
commit,
mistakes.
to do mistakes or to commit errors. Okay, we make mistakes. Muy bien, Annie. La expresión de la semana, to keep an eye on something. Annie, what does to keep an eye on something mean? What do you think?
Vigilar.
Muy bien. To keep an eye on somebody. Literally, we say mantener un ojo encima de alguien. Let's have a look at some examples then. ¿Puedes vigilar el arroz mientras cuelgo la ropa? And by the way, when we're talking about la ropa, como la colada, we tend to talk about the washing more than the clothes, okay?
Okay.
So, ¿puedes vigilar el arroz mientras cuelgo la ropa?
Can you keep an eye on the rice for me while I hang out the washing?
Can you keep an eye on the rice for me while I hang out the washing? Good stuff. Vigílalo, nunca se sabe de qué es capaz.
Keep an eye on him.
Good, keep an eye on. Así, eye on. Eye on.
Keep an eye on.
Eso es, keep an eye on him.
Keep an eye on him. You never know what he's capable of doing.
Good, keep an eye on him. You never know what he's capable of doing. ¿Puedes vigilar a los niños?
Can you keep an eye on the children?
Good, can you keep an eye on the children? Cambiamos.
Los vigilé toda la semana, pero no hicieron nada sospechoso.
I kept an eye on them all week, but they didn't do anything suspicious. ¿Qué significa suspicious?
Sospechoso.
Y cuando hablamos de un sospechoso, como vamos a hacer en el siguiente ejemplo, no podemos decir a suspicious, sino
Suspect.
a suspect. Not suspect, suspect, ¿ok?
Suspect.
A suspect.
Ok.
El siguiente, entonces.
La policía está vigilando el sospechoso.
The police are keeping an eye on the suspect.
Te vigilaré la ropa en caso de que llueva.
I'll keep an eye on the washing for you in case it rains. Una cosa, Annie, cuando estamos hablando de la ropa colgada ahí fuera, ¿cómo decimos? ¿Clothes o washing?
Clothes. No, washing.
Bueno, se puede decir clothes, pero se suele decir...
Washing.
Muy bien. Gimnasia verbal. Each. Annie, do you remember last week? We looked at each and every, okay, as adjectives.
Sí.
What does each mean?
Cada uno.
Cada uno de, eso es.
Cada uno de.
And every.
Cada.
Cada, exactly. Now today we're going to carry on looking at each, but this time behaving as a pronoun.
Ok.
First of all, we'll look at it at the end of a sentence. For example, nos dieron 10 libras cada uno. Would be, they gave us 10 pounds each. Muy fácil.
Muy fácil.
Y simplemente se coloca al final de la frase. O puede colocarse ahí, porque también hay otras opciones que veremos dentro de muy poco. Okay, let's have a look then. Recibimos 100 euros cada uno.
We received 100 euros each.
We received 100 euros each. Muy bien. Cantaron durante 5 minutos cada uno.
They sang for 5 minutes each.
Minutes o minutes.
Minutes.
Bien. Y también el sonido de la vocal de each es más largo de lo que lo estás haciendo tú.
Each.
Each, muy bien. Okay, the next one. Comieron 3 cada uno.
They ate 3 each.
They ate 3 each. Good. Dividimos las galletas y acabamos con 6 cada uno.
We divided up the biscuits and ended up with 6 each.
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 Tú estás diciendo each. Es each.
Each.
Y ahora haz el ruido con la garganta. Each. Así. ¿Ok? Each.
Each.
Eso es. Each. ¿Más largo?
Each.
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 Eso es. Mucho mejor, ¿eh?
Ok.
Each. Es un sonido algo gutural. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Vale. Hablaron durante 20 minutos cada uno.
They spoke for 20 minutes each.
Minutos o minutes.
Minutes.
¿Cuántas veces? They spoke for 20 minutes each. Dime each.
Each.
No, each. Each.
Each.
Eso es. Okay, now let's have a look at each when it comes after a personal pronoun. Okay, they each had, they each did. Okay, it always comes before normal behaving verbs, non-auxiliary verbs. Okay, they each did, they each had, they each ate. What it means is cada uno comió, cada uno hizo, cada uno fue. They each did, they each went, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's have a look. Hablaron cada uno durante media hora. Now, this is an example we've already expressed before with each at the end. They spoke for half an hour each. Or we can also say they each spoke for half an hour. Significa lo mismo. Ok, bien. Ganamos cada uno 500 euros en la transacción.
We each made 500 euros on the deal.
Good, que también podemos expresar con each al final.
We made 500 euros each on the deal.
We made 500 euros each on the deal. Muy bien, Annie. Pararon cada uno en diferentes gasolineras.
They each stopped at different petrol stations.
Excellent, good. Podemos cada uno hacer diferentes cosas si quieres.
We can each do different things if you'd like.
We can each do different things if you like. Okay, in this case, each comes after the verb because the verb in question, can, is an auxiliary verb, okay? We can each do different things if you like. The next one, hicieron cada uno el ridículo, como tú y yo, Annie.
They each made a fool of themselves.
They each made a fool of themselves. Good. In all of these examples, we can substitute each for both if we're talking about two people, or all if we're talking about three or more. Good. Now let's look at another way of expressing cada uno. In this case, cada uno de ellos, cada uno de nosotros, okay? Which is very simple. Each of them or each of us. También podemos decir each of you.
All right.
Cada uno de vosotros. Ok, cada uno de ellos tiene mucho talento. En este caso, el verbo tiene que expresarse en el singular, ¿ok? Each of them did, each of them likes, each of them knows. O sea, la tercera persona del singular, ¿ok?
All right.
Bien, so, cada uno de ellos tiene mucho talento, Annie.
Each of them has a lot of talent.
Each of them has a lot of talent. Good. Cada uno de nosotros sabe cuál es el problema.
Each of us knows what the problem is.
Each of us knows what the problem is. Good. Y cada uno de vosotros tuvo algo que ver con ello.
Each of you had something to do with it.
Each of you had something to do with it. And again, it's probably more common to substitute each for both if we're talking about two people and all if we're talking about three or more. Okay? Both of you had something to do with it. Or all of you had something to do with it.
All
okay?
right.
So each, in fact, is not used that often in this context. But it's good to practice anyway, okay?
Okay.
Phrasal verb, to sum up. To sum up means, Annie...
Sumar. No,
No, sumar,
resumir.
sino resumir. Muy bien. Lo importante aquí es la pronunciación, porque no decimos sum up, ¿ok? Sum up. Hay que bajar la mandíbula, como siempre digo,
Okay.
para producir ese sonido de a.
Sum up.
Sum up, eso es. Muy bien. Annie, ¿puedes resumirlo lo más rápido posible, por favor?
Can you sum up as quickly as possible, please?
Can you sum up as quickly as possible? Okay, no, possible.
Possible.
Eso es, as quickly as possible. Good. Resumiendo, en inglés decimos, en vez de summing up, to sum up, ok. Resumiendo, el proyecto fue un enorme éxito.
To sum up, the project was a great success.
The project. Eso es, the project was a great success. Good. Él resumió, cogió su maletín y salió de la sala andando.
He summed up, picked up his briefcase and walked out of the room.
Muy bien. Annie, la siguiente.
Para resumir, vamos a tener que hacer un esfuerzo enorme si queremos que esta empresa sobreviva.
To sum up, we're going to have to make a massive effort if we want this company to survive.
Cuando resumas, no olvides mencionar el proyecto de Peterson.
When you sum up, don't forget to mention the Peterson Project. Repaso de la entrega anterior. La clave del éxito. How interesting. I met the President of France at a conference last week.
Ahora responde, ¡qué interesante!
How interesting.
¡Qué absurda es esta situación!
This situation is so absurd. Expresión de la semana.
¿Quién tuvo la última palabra en ese proyecto?
Who called the shots on that project? Each and every, seguido de un sustantivo.
Cada uno de los niños tenía una vela en la mano.
Each child was holding a candle.
Cada niño tenía una vela en la mano.
Every child was holding a candle.
Cada uno de los ordenadores viene con un juego gratuito.
Each computer comes with a free game.
Cada ordenador viene con un juego gratuito.
Every computer comes with a free game. Phrasal verb.
Fanny admiraba a sus padres hasta que descubrió la verdad sobre ellos.
Fanny looked up to her parents until she discovered the truth about them. Vocabulario.
Un helicóptero rescató al pescador.
A helicopter rescued the fisherman.
Eso te va a arruinar la salud.
That's going to ruin your health. Cuestión de preguntas. How seguido de un adjetivo.
¿Cuánto mide Matthew ahora?
How tall is Matthew now?
¿Cuánto pesa su maleta, señor?
How heavy is your suitcase, sir?
¿Te ilusiona mucho el viaje?
How excited are you about your trip?
¿Tu perro es muy obediente?
How obedient is your dog? Vocabulario. Okay, Annie, it's time to look at some new words. Well, they're not new words this time, actually. They are ordinal numbers. the 20th, the 30th, the 40th, the 50th, etc., etc. This is simply a wonderful opportunity to review those problematic ordinals. Okay, as you know, ordinals are much, much easier in English than they are in Spanish. So I'm going to test you on your Spanish.
All right.
How do we say 20th in Spanish?
Vigésimo.
How do we say 30th?
Trigésimo.
Y ahora sin leer, a ver. A ver,
digas,
¿cómo se
no
dice?
digas que
Pues que nadie lo sabe. ¿Cómo se dice 40th in Spanish?
Cuatrigésimo.
Cuadragésimo.
Cuadra.
How do we say 50th in Spanish?
Quincuagésimo.
Muy bien. Quincuagésimo. 60th.
Sexagésimo.
70th. Come on, you can do it.
Septigésimo.
Septuagésimo.
Septuagésimo.
And 80th.
Octogésimo.
Octogésimo, muy bien. Y 90th.
Novogésimo.
Nonagésimo.
Nonagésimo.
In English it's 20th, 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th, 70th, 80th, 90th. No me digas más que el inglés no es fácil. Bien, Joan, y no Joan. Joan nació el día 20.
John was born on the 20th.
Joan was born on the 20th. Joan is a girl's name, ¿ok? Es como Juana. La conferencia tendrá lugar el día 30.
The conference will take place on the 30th.
The conference will take place on the 30th. Muy bien. Karen va a celebrar sus 40 años en un restaurante griego.
Karen is celebrating her 40th in a Greek restaurant.
Good. We don't need to say her 40th birthday. It's enough to say her 40th. Okay? When we're talking about birthdays above 20, we can just say the ordinal number. Okay?
Okay.
He's celebrating his 21st. She's celebrating her 80th. Okay? Before 20, we tend to say her 15th birthday.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Okay? Okay, the next one. Terence y Margaret van a celebrar sus 50 años de matrimonio el mes que viene.
Terence and Margaret are celebrating their 15th,
Not their 15th, sino their 50th.
the 50th.
Their 50th.
Terence and Margaret are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary next month.
Okay, anniversary, not anniversary. Anniversary.
Anniversary.
That's where their 50th wedding anniversary next month. Annie, it's your birthday today, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you celebrating your 20th or your 21st?
My 20th.
Your 20th. The next one. Para los 60 años de Alan, Anne le va a llevar a París en un viaje sorpresa.
For Alan's 60th, Anne is taking him on a surprise trip to Paris.
Okay, on a surprise trip, not surprise trip.
Surprise.
La sorpresa es tu pronunciación. a surprise trip, not a surprise trip. A surprise trip.
A surprise trip.
Good. To
Paris.
Paris. Good. For Alan's 60th, Anne is taking him on a surprise trip to Paris. ¿Qué vais a hacer para los 70 años de Irene?
What are you going to do for Irene's
Irene's en inglés.
Irene's 17th?
17th or 70th?
70th.
70th, okay?
70th.
When we're talking about ordinal numbers that correspond to tens, okay, we always add I-E-T-H, okay? 50th, 70th,
Okay.
okay? Bueno, menos el décimo, que sería
10th.
Bien, no estoy seguro de que llegue a los 80 años.
I'm not sure I'm going to make it to my 80th.
Good, to make it. I'm going to make it to my 80th or not. I don't know. Pues a este ritmo, desde luego, no. Good. ¿Merece la pena celebrar el 90º aniversario de la muerte de aquel actor? ¿En serio?
Is it worth celebrating the 90th anniversary of that actor's death?
Is it really worth celebrating the 90th anniversary of that actor's death? Pues no, ¿no?
No creo.
Pues pasamos a otro tema. Cuestión de preguntas. Whatever, however, whoever, etc. We're going to look now at an emphatic way of asking basic questions like what, how, and when, and who. And we do this simply by adding ever at the end of the question. Whatever. For example, whatever did you do that for? ¿Para qué diablos hiciste eso? Okay?
Okay.
An emphatic way of speaking when we're a bit angry, when we can't believe what we're seeing, when we can't believe what someone's done. Whatever did you do that for? Okay, good. Annie, ¿para qué diablos hiciste eso? Difícil, ¿no?
Whatever.
Pensando que yo acabo de hacer este mismo ejemplo.
Okay. Whatever did you do that for?
Good. Are you angry or are you happy?
No, I'm angry.
Entonces,
Whatever did you that for?
¿y el verbo?
Whatever did you that for?
¿Y el verbo?
Whatever did you do that for?
Bien.
Okay.
Y ahora, cabreada.
Whatever did you do that for?
Whatever did you do that for?
Whatever did you do that for?
Eso es, mucho mejor. ¿Quién demonios te dijo que hiciera eso, Annie?
Whoever told you to do that?
Whoever told you to do that? Good. ¿Cómo es que lograste convencerle?
However, did you manage to convince him?
Good. However did you manage to convince him? Of course, I could ask the same question simply by saying, how did you manage to convince him? But when I say, however did you manage to convince him? I'm conveying, estoy transmitiendo, I'm conveying my incredulity.
Okay.
Okay? Can't believe that you managed to convince him. Good. ¿Qué demonios dijiste?
Whatever did you say?
Whatever did you say? Good. ¿Cómo demonios lograste escapar?
However did you manage to get away?
However did you manage to get away? Good. To get away is our generic term for escapar. We only use escape, really, when we're talking about escaping from a prison. Okay? Pero si no, escapar en la calle corriendo, o escapar cuando ves a alguien con quien no quieres hablar, simply to get away. The next one then. ¿Quién fue el que te dio permiso?
Whoever gave you permission.
Whoever gave you permission. Okay, of course, you can ask the same question simply by using who. But it's not as emphatic. Okay, Annie, the next one.
¿Dónde demonios puse mis llaves?
Wherever did I put my car keys?
¿Cómo demonios ella consiguió aparcar su 4x4 en aquel espacio?
However did she manage to park her 4x4 in that space?
¿Qué es lo que sucedió luego?
Whatever happened next?
¿Dónde demonios pueden estar?
Wherever can they be?
¿Quién fue el que dijo que el inglés era fácil?
Whoever said English was easy? Well, it's quite easy. If you can think about the ordinal numbers, how do we say septuagésimo?
70th.
Good, 70th. And how do we say 60th in Spanish then, Annie?
Sexagésimo.
Muy bien.
A continuación, escucharemos el párrafo de la semana.
It took him only 2 days to learn something that takes most children several months to master. Do you realize how advanced your son is for his age? He should be taken out of this school and put in one for gifted children. He's way ahead of his classmates.
It took him only 2 days to learn something that takes most children several months to master. Do you realize how advanced your son is for his age? He should be taken out of this school and put in one for gifted children. He's way ahead of his classmates.
Grand finale. Annie, this is your birthday grand finale. So I've prepared something really exciting for you.
Okay.
Well, actually, I've prepared what we usually prepare, which is a look at everything that we've looked at today.
All right.
Pero tú tómatelo como si fuese algo especial para ti, ¿vale? Bien, resumiendo, la situación no podría ser más crítica.
To sum up.
To sum up o to sum up?
To sum up.
Mejor.
To sum up, the situation couldn't be more critical.
To sum up, the situation couldn't be more critical. Good. ¿Cómo demonios lograste conseguir una entrada para el concierto de los Stones?
However, did you manage to get a ticket for the Stones concert?
Muy bien. ¿Cómo se dice? 30º.
30th.
30th, good. ¿Dónde demonios aparqué mi coche?
Wherever did I park my car?
Eso me sucede mucho. En los aeropuertos, sobre todo. Me negué a creerle.
I refused to believe him.
¿Cómo se dice? 50º.
50th.
Good. ¿Cómo se dice 50th en español?
50º.
Good. El político negó haber dicho eso alguna vez.
The politician denied ever saying that.
The politician denied ever saying that. Good. ¿Puedes estar atento al tiempo por mí?
Can you keep an eye on the weather for me?
¿Cómo se dice 20º?
20th.
Good. ¿Cómo se dice 20th en español?
20º.
Good. Estamos atentos a la situación.
We are keeping an eye on the situation.
On the situation.
Situation.
Eso es. We're keeping an eye on the situation. Vigilé a los niños de Mary mientras que ella fue al supermercado.
I kept an eye on Mary's kids while she went to the supermarket.
I kept an eye on Mary's kids while she went to the supermarket. Good stuff. Ganamos 1,000 libras esterlinas cada uno.
We won £1,000 each.
We won £1,000 each. ¿Cómo se dice? 90º?
90th.
90th. Good. Ganamos cada uno 1,000 libras esterlinas. De otra forma esta vez.
We each won £1,000.
We each won £1,000. Y ahora, una vez más, cada uno de nosotros ganó 1,000 libras esterlinas.
Each of us won £1,000.
Each of us won £1,000. Okay, well, we're going to go now and celebrate Annie's birthday. So see you soon, and don't forget to study. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bienvenidos al curso de inglés definitivo de Vaughan. Lección 38. Nivel avanzado.
Gimnasia verbal, compromise and commit. Annie, how's it going?
I'm fine today. What about you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm excited because today is your birthday, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So, are you feeling older or wiser?
Wiser.
Wiser.
Of course.
That's what I like to hear. You don't look a day older
No.
than yesterday. Well, you're a day older. Just one. Okay, today we're going to start by looking at two verbs which sometimes cause confusion for Spaniards. Those are compromise and commit. Okay, let's start with compromise. Compromise has a number of different meanings. One of them is transigir or ceder. Okay, for example, transigimos en 3,000 euros. Yeah, when you're negotiating, you can say we compromised on 3,000 euros. Okay?
Right.
Annie, a veces tienes que ceder si quieres llegar a un acuerdo.
Okay, sometimes you
O
have...
mejor, sometimes, not sometimes. Sometimes, enfatizando la primera sílaba.
Sometimes you have to compromise if you want to reach an agreement.
Good. You have to compromise, again, emphasizing the first syllable. You have to compromise if you want to reach an agreement. Él se negó a ceder en nada. En inglés sería on, ¿vale?
He refused to compromise on anything.
He refused to compromise on anything. Very good. Si estás dispuesto a ceder y dejarlo en 50, trato hecho.
If you're willing to compromise and leave it at 50,
Good. Leave it at 50. Muy bien. Dejarlo en 50.
it's a deal.
It's a deal. Trato hecho. Good. Okay, another meaning of compromise is comprometer or poner en peligro. Okay? You can compromise a situation, for example. You can compromise on safety. Okay, then. Debido a su declaración a la prensa, el director se puso en peligro a sí mismo y a la empresa entera.
Thanks to his statement to the press, he managed to compromise himself and the whole company.
Good. Thanks to his statement to the press, he managed to compromise himself and the whole company. The next one. No hagas nada que pueda comprometer tu reputación.
Don't do anything that might compromise your reputation.
Your reputation.
Reputation.
Eso es, your reputation. Debido a sus acciones insensatas, puso en peligro el proyecto entero.
Acciones insensatas? How do you say that?
Thoughtless actions.
Thoughtless.
Thoughtless, pues sin haberlo pensado bien.
Okay. Through his thoughtless actions, he compromised the whole project.
Good. Through his thoughtless actions, he compromised the whole project. Okay, let's move on to commit yourself, to commit oneself. Okay? This is when you have a commitment, cuando tienes un compromiso, yeah? O te comprometes a algo. This is where all Spaniards tend to say, I compromise myself. Okay? But it's not right. When you're talking about commitments, compromisos, personales, we talk about committing yourself. Y si le sigue un verbo, después de to commit yourself to something, or to commit yourself to doing something. El verbo se expresa en gerundio. Es decir, el verbo acabado en ing.
All right.
Okay? For example, I can commit myself to coming next week. Yeah, I'm not going to commit myself to going. Okay, Annie. Ella se comprometió a otros 5 años.
She committed herself
Committed. Como
Committed.
acaba en T, hay que pronunciar la I final del pasado.
Okay. She committed herself to another 5 years.
She committed herself to another 5 years. Good. The next one then. No me comprometo a nada.
I'm not committing myself to anything.
Good. Se negaron a comprometerse a hacer nada.
They refused to commit themselves to doing anything.
Muy bien. They refused to commit themselves to doing anything. Annie, ¿cómo se dice tengo un compromiso?
I have a commitment.
I have a commitment. ¿Y cómo no se dice?
A compromise.
I have a compromise, ¿vale? Nunca. I have a commitment. Or I have a prior commitment, ¿vale?
Okay.
La expresión de la semana. To have a go at someone. Annie, to have a go at someone means meterse con alguien. For example, you're always having a go at me. Sometimes I have a go at you when you make a mistake. If you make the same mistake for the 20 millionth time, then I might have a go at you.
Okay.
Okay? But I don't have a go at you very often.
Sometimes.
Let's have a look at some examples then. Deja de meterte conmigo. ¿Quieres? Ya he perdido perdón, Annie.
Will you stop having a go at me? I said I'm sorry, Annie.
I said.
I said.
I said.
I said.
Okay, I say every day, and yesterday I said. Cambia la pronunciación vocal, ¿eh? I
All right.
said. Okay, ¿por qué está James siempre metiéndose con su secretaria?
Why is James always having a go at his secretary?
Why is James always having a go at his secretary? Good. No hay por qué meterse con Sam. Él estaba de vacaciones cuando ocurrió.
There's no need to have a go at Sam. He was on holiday when it happened.
Good. There's no need to have a go at Sam. Excellent. No te metas con nosotros si las cosas no salen como esperabas.
Don't have a go at us.
Okay, todo junto, ¿eh? Don't have a go at us.
Don't have a go.
O si quieres, rómpelo en dos. Don't have a go at us.
Don't have a go at us.
Eso es, don't have a go at us.
Okay. Don't have a go at us if things don't turn out as you expected.
Cool, good. Okay. Morris se metió conmigo por decir a mis compañeros lo del acuerdo.
Maurice had a go at me for telling my colleagues about the deal.
Bien, nosotros pronunciamos colleagues. ¿Cómo, Ani?
Colleagues?
No colleagues, sino colleagues.
Colleagues.
Como
Okay.
te lo acabo de hacer yo. Colleague, ¿ok? Compañero. Es curioso porque nosotros decimos colleague, que es compañero, y cuando vosotros decís colega, es más bien a mate or a friend, ¿ok? O incluso a companion. O sea, que lo hacemos casi al revés, ¿vale? Aunque companion en sí no se dice muy a menudo.
Okay.
¿Ok? Good, the next one.
Cuando llegué esta mañana, Clive estaba metiéndose con Steven por las cifras de venta.
Cleve y Stephen. O Clive and Stephen.
Clive and Steven.
Clive and Stephen. Bien, when I arrived this morning, Clive was having a go at Stephen about the sales figures. Okay?
Okay.
And he promised me one thing, that you will never, ever have a go at me anymore.
I can promise you that.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Gimnasia verbal. That. Now that was a word that we presented at the very beginning of the beginner's course, Annie. So what's it doing here? Why have we chosen to do a section on that? Well, what we're going to do is look at a few idiomatic expressions that contain that. Really, really useful terms that we use a lot, but which are not often taught in Spain. Okay, one of them is this. Is that so? Which is like, no me digas. Okay, for example, if I say to you, the Eiffel Tower was the tallest building in the world in its day, and you want to say to me, no me digas. Como, yo te acabo de decir algo que es relativamente interesante, sin más. Pues me dices,
Is that so?
is that so? Okay, good. Now we can also use is that so in a sarcastic way. Okay, for example, if I say to you, England is much nicer than Spain, pues tú no te lo crees, ¿eh? Y me dices, is that so?
Is that so?
¿Vale? Now, there is one occasion when we don't use is that so, when you in Spanish use no me digas. Okay, and that's when I tell you something unexpected. Okay? Or if I tell you something which is quite outrageous. For example, John is finally going to get married. Yeah, imagine, John's 40 years old, he's the typical bachelor for life, and suddenly he's going to get married. And you say, no me digas.
You don't say.
Exactly. There we would say, you don't say.
Okay.
And we wouldn't say, is that so? Porque is that so es un poquito flojo, ¿vale?
Vale.
You don't say. Bien, another expression. That's it. Eso es. Cuando estás animando a alguien, ¿ok? Eso es. Vas muy bien, Annie.
That's it. You're doing really well.
That's it. You're doing really well. Excellent. Annie, that's it. You're doing really well. I say this to you every week. That's it, Annie. You're doing really well. Great. Pero también significa otra cosa, con otro tonillo. Si yo te digo, that's it. I'm off. Significa,
Ya
se
está.
acabó.
Me
voy.
voy.
En estéreo.
Okay.
Good. Se acabó. Me voy a casa. Sería,
That's it.
no, that's it. Hay que separar las dos palabras.
That's it. I'm going home.
That's it.
That's it.
Pero con cabreo.
That's it. No.
Con cabreo, no con risas.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Eso es.
I'm going home.
Así me asustas más. Good. That's it. I'm going home. Bien. Se acabó. Voy a llamar a la policía.
That's it. I'm calling the police.
That's it. I'm calling the police. Muy bien. That's it can also mean eso es todo. For example, that's it for now. Eso es todo de momento. ¿Vale? For example, eso es todo para hoy. La semana que viene veremos cómo comen las moscas en nuestra clase de biología.
That's it for today. Next week, we'll be looking at flies' eating habits.
Eating habits.
Eating habits.
Eso es, como comen las moscas. Muy bien. This is a really good expression to use when you want to wind up something. To wind up cuando quieres acabar algo.
Okay.
Acabar una reunión, por ejemplo. Okay, that's it for now. That's it for today. See you next week. Okay, one more. Eso es todo de momento. Nos vemos el viernes.
That's it for now. See you on Friday.
Okay, another expression is that it? Ya está. Okay. For example, he contactado a todas las personas en la lista. ¿Ya está?
I've contacted all the people.
Contacted, porque acaba en T el verbo, y por eso pronunciamos la E final del pasado.
Okay.
O en este caso del participio.
I've contacted all the people on the list. Is that it?
Is that it? Good. ¿Ya está?
Is that it?
Is that it? Good. No, it's not, because we've got another expression to look at, which is that's that. que significa no hay más que hablar.
Okay.
Okay, for example, no voy y no hay más que hablar. Sería, I'm not going and that's that.
All right.
Okay, no vamos a hacer otro ejemplo y no hay más que hablar, Annie.
We are not going to do another example, and that's that.
Vale. Phrasal verb. To snap something up. To snap as a verb means cerrar de golpe.
Mhm.
For example, a crocodile's mouth snaps.
Okay.
But when we're talking about to snap something up, what we're actually talking about is to buy something compulsively, yeah? To buy it without thinking about it. You see something you like and you buy it.
Okay.
Lo coges y lo llevas a la caja.
Vale.
¿Vale? Llévese su copia del Vaughan Review hasta fin de existencias.
Snap up your copy of the Vaughan Review while stocks last.
Good. Snap up your copy of the Vaughan Review while stocks last. Cambiamos. Como el siguiente es muy largo,
Vale. Encontré este CD que buscaba desde hace mucho tiempo, así que lo compré enseguida.
I came across this CD I've been after for ages, so I snapped it up straight away.
Esta chaqueta fue un chollo total, así que me la llevé.
This jacket was an absolute bargain, so I snapped it up.
Miles de personas compraron la entrega del curso definitivo de inglés de la semana pasada.
Thousands of people snapped up last week's installment of El Curso Definitivo de Inglés. Okay?
Okay, well done, Richard. You did a really good job.
Thank you. Repaso de la entrega anterior. La clave del éxito. Verborrea. I'm sort of feeling better, but, I kind of, basically don't feel up to going out yet.
Básicamente, ¿qué es lo que quiere decir esa frase?
I'm feeling better, but I'm not up to going out yet. La expresión de la semana.
Recuperaré el tiempo perdido en cuanto salga del hospital.
I'll make up for lost time as soon as I get out of hospital.
Él recuperó el tiempo perdido durante las vacaciones navideñas.
He made up for lost time during the Christmas holidays.
¿Realmente puedes permitirte el lujo de comprar aquel coche?
Can you really afford that car?
No podré comprarme un nuevo ordenador hasta que termine de pagar mi coche.
I won't be able to afford to buy a new computer until I finish paying for my car.
Ese árbol no da mucha sombra.
That tree doesn't afford much shade. Phrasal verb.
No sé cómo hacer para pedir ayuda.
I don't know how to go about asking for help. Vocabulario.
Además, ni siquiera hablaba inglés bien.
Furthermore, he didn't even speak English properly.
Además, ¿a quién le importa lo que opinan los vecinos?
Besides, who cares what the neighbors think?
Además, nadie sabía cómo hacer para quejarse.
Also, nobody knew how to go about complaining. Dominar el interrogativo. Yes, I know how to get there.
Hazme ahora la pregunta correspondiente.
Do you know how to get there? It was built in 2003.
Haz la pregunta correspondiente.
When was it built? It was designed by a Finnish architect.
Haz la pregunta correspondiente.
Who was it designed by? Vocabulario. Annie, we're going to look at 8 verbs today,
How exciting!
isn't it?
Yes.
Now, all of these verbs today mean the same thing. They all mean derribar. And the only thing is, you can't use them all in the same context. So let's have a look through them right now, starting with to demolish.
Que significa derribar un edificio.
Good. As does, como, to knock down, okay?
Ujú.
And to pull down, also derribar.
Un edificio.
That's right, it's good. To bring down, we tend to use when we're talking about governments, to bring down the government, cuando derribas a un gobierno. To overthrow a government, también es derribar a un gobierno,
Ok.
¿vale? To break down, we use when we're talking about doors.
Ujú.
To break down the door.
Derribar una puerta.
Eso es. To shoot down,
Es derribar un avión.
good. And to floor, como verbo, igual que el suelo.
Derribar a una persona.
Sí, en combates de boxeo, por ejemplo, ¿ok?
Ok.
Let's have a look then at some examples. El edificio fue derribado porque era considerado inseguro.
The building was demolished.
Building. Bien, olvidemos la U ahí, ¿vale?
Ok. The building was demolished.
Demolished, muy bien.
Because it was considered unsafe. Unsafe.
Unsafe, mejor. The building was demolished because it was considered unsafe. El ayuntamiento va a derribar la antigua estación para construir un centro comercial.
The council is going to knock down the old station to build a shopping center.
Good. The council is going to knock down the old station. Ok. Utilizaron una excavadora grande para derribar el edificio.
They used a big excavator to pull down the building.
Muy bien. Good. El escándalo derribó al gobierno.
The scandal brought down the government.
The scandal brought down the government. Good. Cambiamos.
El general más poderoso del país derribó al gobierno en un golpe de estado.
The country's most powerful general overthrew the government in a coup d'etat.
La policía tuvo que derribar la puerta.
The police had to break down the door.
El presidente dio órdenes de derribar el avión.
The president gave orders to shoot down the plane.
El boxeador británico fue derribado por su contrincante cubano.
The British boxer was floored by his Cuban opponent. Dominar el interrogativo. Annie, what we're going to do now is another answer for question session. Okay?
All right.
I'm going to give you the answers to a series of questions, and I want you simply to ask me the corresponding question. And I know for a fact that this is your favourite part. Okay, let's go then. I found out yesterday.
When did you find out?
Good. Guess if you find out?
Enterarse.
Enterarse. Good. I found out second hand.
Did you find out first hand or second hand?
Good. Did you find out first hand or second hand? Muy bien. I found out from Gordon.
Who did you find out from?
Good. No. The news didn't surprise me.
Did the news surprise you?
Good. Yes. I was expecting it.
Were you expecting it?
Were you expecting it? Good. No, it hasn't changed what I think about my boss.
Has it changed?
Changed. Participio.
Has it changed what you think about your boss?
Has it changed what you think about your boss? No es fácil el participio ni el pasado del verbo to change. Changed.
Yes.
Dilo otra vez.
Changed.
Eso es. Good. Yes, it has changed the way I treat my people.
Has it changed the
Muy bien.
way you treat your people?
Excellent. No, it hasn't turned me into a better person.
Has it turned you into a better person?
It hasn't made me a better person because I don't treat my people any better than I used to.
Why hasn't it made you a better person?
Muy bien. And the last one? No, I would never let that happen again.
Would you ever let that happen again?
Would you ever let that happen again? Excellent.
A continuación, escucharemos el párrafo de la semana.
I was queuing at the fish stall the other day when this old deer suddenly pushed in front of me without saying a thing. At first I was so shocked that I didn't say anything. But then I thought about how long I'd been queuing and decided I wasn't prepared to put up with it. I politely asked the lady to join the back of the queue, at which point she rudely told me where to go. Fortunately, the fishmonger witnessed the whole scene and told the lady that he wouldn't serve her until all the people in the queue had been served first. Some people have no manners.
I was queuing at the fish stall the other day when this old deer suddenly pushed in right in front of me without saying a thing. At first I was so shocked that I didn't say anything, but then I thought about how long I'd been queuing and decided I wasn't prepared to put up with it. I politely asked the lady to join the back of the queue, at which point she rudely told me where to go. Fortunately, the fishmonger witnessed the whole scene and told the lady that he wouldn't serve her until all the people in the queue had been served first. Some people have no manners.
Grand finale. Okay, Annie, we're just about ready to wrap things up. Okay? We'll whiz through all the things we've looked at today. To whiz means to go very quickly. Como siempre hago. Se compraron todas las entradas de su único concierto en España en cuestión de horas.
All the tickets for their only Spanish concert were snapped up in a matter of hours.
Muy bien. Como eran tan baratos, me compré 3.
As they were so cheap.
Cheap. Como eran tan ovejas, me compré 3. No, como eran tan baratos. Cheap.
Cheap.
Eso es.
As they were so cheap, I snapped up 3.
I snapped up 3. Again.
I snapped up 3.
Muy bien. ¿Cómo se dice derribar un avión?
To shoot down an aeroplane.
An aeroplane or a plane, simplemente.
A plane.
Muy bien. Bien, Annie, como sabes, pues llevamos 3 años casados. Bueno, lo vamos a imaginar, ¿no? Bueno, mejor no imaginarlo, ¿vale? And I say to you, I've bought you a bunch of flowers for our 3rd wedding anniversary. Y tú me dices, ¿eso es todo?
Is that it?
Con una cara de asco. Is that it?
Is that it?
Exactly. Is that it? Good. Where's my ring, for example? Where's my jewelry? Where's my diamond? Yes. If it happened again, I would react differently. Hazme la pregunta correspondiente.
If it happened again, would you react differently?
Muy bien. ¿Cómo se dice derribar a una persona?
To floor.
To floor, como el suelo, pero en forma de verbo. Good, to floor. Mi profesor está siempre metiéndose conmigo por no estudiar 20 minutos todos los días.
My teacher is always having a go at me for not studying 20 minutes every day.
Good, I should think so too. ¿Cómo se dice derribar una puerta?
To break down.
Good. No te metas conmigo, yo no lo hice.
Don't have a go at me. I didn't do it, Richard.
Ok. ¿Cómo se dice derribar un edificio?
To demolish.
O,
To knock down.
o.
To pull down.
Good, well done. Annie, the last one then. Eso es todo.
That's it.
That's it. Great, that's all we've got time for today. That's it. Eso es todo. Thank you very much for playing, Annie. And of course, I'll see you again at the same time next week. Don't forget to study, huh?
I'll do it.
Okay, good stuff. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bienvenido al curso de inglés definitivo para triunfar en tu trabajo. Lección 13. Comunicación interna. ¿Confías en tu asesor?
Do you trust your advisor?
No tengo licencia para operar.
I'm not licensed to trade.
¿Cuál es el precio de apertura?
What's the opening price?
Mi hermana opera por internet.
My sister trades online.
Ella paga comisiones muy bajas.
She pays very low commissions.
Los mercados estaban recuperándose por la mañana.
The markets were rallying in the morning.
Este está vendiendo a la par.
This one's selling at par.
¿Qué haces con tus dividendos?
What do you do with your dividends?
Tengo un plan de reinversión de dividendos.
I have a dividend reinvestment plan.
Mi tío es un operador en la bolsa de materias primas.
My uncle is a commodities trader.
Cotizan en la bolsa de Nueva York.
They're listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
Antes cotizaban en la bolsa de Londres.
They used to be listed on the London Stock Exchange.
Ya han emitido acciones 3 veces.
They've already issued shares 3 times.
Sus activos fijos valen un montón.
Their fixed assets are worth a lot.
¿Qué me dices de los activos intangibles?
What about the intangible assets?
¿Ves una tendencia?
Do you see a trend?
John trabaja en el parque de operaciones.
John works on the trading floor.
Yo antes compraba fondos de inversión.
I used to buy mutual funds.
Son un buen método de diversificar.
They're a good way to diversify.
¿Cuál es el valor de tu cartera?
What's the value of your portfolio?
La burbuja está a punto de explotar.
The bubble is about to burst.
Vamos a recortar nuestras pérdidas.
Let's cut our losses.
Comunicación externa. ¿Has comparado la oferta de los competidores?
Have you compared the competitors' offers?
Sí, he recabado toda la información.
Yes, I've gathered all the information.
También he ensayado las presentaciones.
I've rehearsed the presentations as well.
Doy mucha importancia a los pequeños detalles.
I make a big deal over minor details.
No sé hasta dónde puedo ceder.
I don't know how much I can concede,
¿Por qué esas cláusulas no son negociables?
because those clauses are not negotiable.
Ella es firme en sus ideas, pero no inflexible.
She's firm about her ideas, but not inflexible.
¿Tienes el coraje para luchar por tus ideas?
Do you have the courage to fight for your ideas?
Me siento muy seguro de mi posición.
I feel very sure about my position.
Hace falta mucha confianza en sí mismo.
You need a lot of self-confidence.
No te sientas intimidado por su estilo agresivo, de ella.
Don't get intimidated by her aggressive style.
Mantén la calma cuando la situación se ponga tensa.
Stay calm when the situation gets tense.
¿Cuáles son los puntos de acuerdo y desacuerdo?
What are the points of agreement and disagreement?
Vamos a tomar decisiones sobre la marcha.
We're going to make decisions as we go.
No creo que sea buena idea improvisar.
I don't think it's a good idea to improvise.
Ajustaré mi posición a la luz de la nueva información.
I'll adjust my position in light of the new information.
Dejaste escapar una oportunidad.
You let an opportunity escape.
No tenemos ninguna posibilidad.
We didn't have a chance.
Lo más probable es que él se niegue.
Chances are he'll refuse.
No tientes la suerte.
Don't tempt fate.
Cabe la posibilidad de que diga que sí.
There's a chance he might say yes.
Esta es tu última oportunidad.
This is your last chance.
Es una oportunidad única.
It's the chance of a lifetime.
¿Has dado un curso de negociación por casualidad?
Have you taught a course on negotiation by any chance?
Di un curso de formación el año pasado.
I taught a training course last year.
Comunicación social. El mundo de los libros. Eres un verdadero ratón de biblioteca.
You're a real bookworm.
¿Cuándo estará disponible en edición de bolsillo?
When will it be available in paperback?
Prefiero la edición con tapa dura.
I prefer the hardback edition.
Leí 2 capítulos anoche.
I read 2 chapters last night.
Esta nueva novela engancha.
This new novel is a real page-turner.
¿Has leído el nuevo bestseller de John Grisham?
Have you read John Grisham's new bestseller?
Guerra y Paz es un libro tan grueso.
War and Peace is such a thick book.
Mi ejemplar está un poco sobado.
My copy is a little dog-eared.
La sobrecubierta está rota.
The dust cover is ripped.
¿Qué autor recomiendas?
What author do you recommend?
Rompe el lomo.
Break the spine.
Random House es la editorial más popular de los Estados Unidos.
Random House is the most popular publisher in the US.
Publica 50 títulos por año.
It publishes 50 titles a year.
A ver si aparece en el índice.
Let's see if it's listed in the index.
La pasta es bastante llamativa.
The cover is quite eye-catching.
¿Has comprado ya el libro de los condicionales?
Have you bought the conditionals book yet?
Vocabulario.
Headquarters, which means
Sede.
gift certificate, which means
Cheque regalo.
reach, which means
Alcance.
to monitor, which means
Medir y controlar.
sales targets, which means
Objetivos de ventas.
recession, which means
Recesión.
growth, which means
Crecimiento.
wholesalers, which means
Mayoristas. Ponte en contacto con la sede para más información.
get in touch with headquarters for more information.
La empresa dará cheques regalos a los empleados este año.
The company will be giving employees gift certificates this year.
Tenemos que aumentar nuestro alcance en el este de Europa.
We need to increase our reach in Eastern Europe.
¿Quién se encarga de medir y controlar nuestro progreso en esos mercados?
Who's in charge of monitoring progress in those markets?
No habrá bonus para nosotros si no logramos los objetivos de ventas este año.
There'll be no bonus for us if we don't achieve sales targets this year.
La recesión nos ha afectado mucho.
The recession has hit us hard.
Si no logramos crecimiento a nivel local, no podremos expandir internacionalmente.
Without local growth, there's no chance for international expansion.
Mira a ver si los mayoristas ofrecen descuentos por pronto pago.
Check to see if the wholesalers offer discounts for early payments.
Inglés al teléfono. Dígame.
Hello.
Hola, ¿eres Adam?
Hi, Adam. Is that you?
Sí, soy yo. ¿Quién es?
Yes, speaking. Who is this?
Soy Marcos Sánchez, de tu grupo de formación.
It's Marcos Sanchez from your training group.
Ah, hola. ¿Qué pasa, Marcos?
Oh, hello. What's up, Marcos?
Te llamo porque quería saber si se puede cambiar la hora del curso de formación mañana.
I'm calling you because I wanted to know if we can reschedule the training course tomorrow.
No te oigo, Marcos. Se corta mucho.
I can't hear you, Marcos. The line is breaking up.
Espera, ¿ahora me oyes?
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Sí, mejor. ¿Qué es lo que decías?
Yes, that's better. What were you saying?
Quería saber si podemos quedar mañana a las 9:30 en vez de a las 11.
I wanted to know if we can meet at 9:30 instead of at 11 tomorrow.
Pues la verdad es que no me viene muy bien.
Well, the truth is that's a bit inconvenient for me.
Tengo reunión a primera hora.
I have a meeting first thing in the morning.
¿Cuándo saldrás de tu reunión?
When will you get out of your meeting?
Me imagino que sobre las 11.
I guess at about 11.
Es que tengo que coger un vuelo a mediodía.
It's because I have to catch a flight at midday.
Entiendo. ¿Puedes quedar pasado mañana?
I see. Can you meet the day after tomorrow?
Voy a estar fuera hasta el viernes.
I'm going to be away until Friday.
¿Por qué no quedamos el viernes después de la hora de comer?
Why don't we meet Friday after lunch?
Vale, tengo una cita, pero creo que la puedo retrasar.
Okay, I have a meeting, but I think I can push it back.
Muy bien, pues nos vemos el viernes sobre las 4.
Very good. I'll see you Friday about 4.
Genial. Y otra cosa, ¿has recibido el esquema?
Great. Just one more thing. Did you get the outline?
Sí lo he visto, me parece bien. De eso hablamos el viernes.
Yes, I saw it. It looks good. But we'll talk about that Friday.
Bueno, Adam, te veo el viernes y gracias.
Okay, Adam. See you Friday, and thanks.
De nada, hasta luego.
Not at all. Bye for now.
Vale, hasta luego.
Okay, bye. Practical English at a meeting.
¿Estamos todos aquí? Entonces vamos a empezar.
Are we all present? Let's get started then.
Gracias a todos por venir con tan poca antelación.
Thank you all for coming on such short notice.
Peter estará tomando nota en lugar de Natasha por estar de baja por maternidad.
Peter will be standing in to take the minutes as Natasha is on maternity leave.
Hemos convocado una reunión hoy porque nos preocupan las ventas de los productos de alta gama.
We've called a meeting today because we're worried about sales of our high-end products.
En mi opinión, la recesión tiene la culpa.
In my opinion, the recession is to blame.
Si me preguntas, el problema es nuestro posicionamiento. Somos demasiado caros comparados con otras marcas.
If you ask me, I think the problem is our positioning. We're just too expensive compared to other brands.
Necesitamos datos. Dile a John, de finanzas, que entre un segundo.
We need to see some data. Ask John from Finance to come in for a second.
Si hay tiempo, tenemos que tocar el tema de staff. Necesito más gente en mi equipo si queremos dar un empujón a las ventas.
If there's time, we also need to touch on staff issues. I need more people in my team if we want to push sales.
Me temo que no estoy de acuerdo. Lo que tenemos que hacer es integrar los equipos de ventas.
I'm afraid I disagree. What we need to do is integrate sales teams.
Estamos divagando. Tenemos que enterarnos del motivo por el que las ventas han caído.
We're steering off the topic. We need to figure out why sales have dropped.
Totalmente de acuerdo. Volvamos al tema inicial.
I'm totally with you. Let's get back to that point.
Estás muy callado, Tom. ¿Qué opinas?
You're very quiet, Tom. What do you think?
Analicemos primero las cifras y reunámonos mañana con más información.
Let's analyze the numbers first and get together again tomorrow with more information.
Estoy de acuerdo. No estamos llegando a ningún lado con esto.
I second the motion. We don't seem to be getting anywhere with this.
Si nadie tiene nada más que aportar, cerremos la reunión.
If no one else has anything else to add, let's wrap this up.
Flexiones lingüísticas.
To be a bargain, which means
Ser un chollo.
to be underpriced, which means
Ser barato por lo que es.
to be ripped off, which means
Ser timado.
to be overpriced, which means
Ser caro por lo que es.
to be a bargain. Were there many bargains on the stock market last year? Yes, there were many bargains on the stock market last year. Have there been any bargains on the stock market this year? Yes, there have been some bargains on the stock market this year. Are there any bargains on the stock market at the moment? Yes, there are some bargains on the stock market at the moment. To be ripped off. Were you ripped off last year? Yes, I was ripped off last year. Have you been ripped off this year? Yes, I have been ripped off this year. Are you often ripped off? Yes, I am often ripped off. Do you think the shareholders will be ripped off? Yes, I think the shareholders will be ripped off. To be underpriced. Were those shares underpriced? Yes, those shares were underpriced. Have these shares been underpriced? Yes, these shares have been underpriced. Are these shares underpriced? Yes, these shares are underpriced. Are these shares likely to be underpriced? Yes, these shares are likely to be underpriced. To be overpriced. Didn't you think that company was overpriced? Yes, I thought that company was overpriced. Don't you think that company has been overpriced? Yes, I think that company has been overpriced. Don't you think that company is overpriced? Yes, I think that company is overpriced. Is that company going to be overpriced? Yes, that company is going to be overpriced.
Repaso de la semana anterior. Ellos solo actúan como reaseguradores.
They only act as reinsurers.
Consigo una buena comunicación entre las partes.
I get channels of communication open between the two sides.
El telonero hizo un buen trabajo animando a la audiencia.
The support group did a great job of warming up the audience.
Han expedido un cheque por las mercancías dañadas.
They've issued a check for the damaged goods.
Vale, me parece bien. ¿A qué hora habéis quedado?
Sure, sounds good. What time is everyone getting there?
No hay de qué.
Don't mention it.
Vamos a pillar unas cervezas en el bar de abajo y ver el partido de fútbol.
We're going to grab some beers at the bar downstairs and catch the football match. Have they speculated about the reasons for the decision? Yes, they have speculated about the reasons for the decision.
Acaban de diseñar un móvil muy fácil de utilizar.
They've just designed a user-friendly mobile.
El juez y el jurado enviaron a Jim a la cárcel.
The judge and jury sent Jim to jail.
Errores que no se pueden cometer.
The thing.
Las cosas van bien.
Things are going well.
Las cosas cambiarán algún día.
Things will change someday.
Tal como van las cosas, tendremos que vender.
The way things are going, we'll have to sell.
¿Qué tal andan las cosas en el trabajo?
How are things at work?
Si las cosas no mejoran, me marcho.
If things don't get better, I'm leaving.
¿Las cosas no van bien?
Aren't things going well?
¿Las cosas cambiarán algún día?
Will things change someday?
Las cosas andan bien en el trabajo, ¿no?
Things are going well at work, aren't they?
Tal como están las cosas, no voy a vender.
As things stand, I'm not going to sell.
¿Qué harás si las cosas no mejoran?
What will you do if things don't improve?
Sonidos, no palabras.
Some other. Show me some other models.
Enséñame otros modelos.
Show me some other curtains.
Enséñame otras cortinas.
I saw some other designs I liked.
Vi otros diseños que me gustaron.
He told me about some other possibilities.
Me comentó otras posibilidades.
There were some other people I didn't know at the party.
Había otras personas que no conocía en la fiesta.
We have some other models at our other showroom.
Tenemos otros modelos en nuestro otro concesionario.
He bought some other things while he was on holiday.
Él compró otras cosas mientras estuvo de vacaciones.
There are some other gloves in the garage if those ones don't fit you.
Hay otros guantes en el garaje si esos no te valen. Letras problemáticas. La U. A continuación, repite la siguiente lista de palabras.
Fun. Rust. Cup. Luck. Truck. Mud. Drunk. Uncle. Unlucky. Sung. Lung. Must. Love. Dove. Ton. Son. Brother. Mother. Tongue. Come.
Y ahora inténtalo con las siguientes frases.
The 10-ton truck got stuck in the mud. My uncle has never drunk from my lucky cup. My mother's brother is my uncle. The lovely dove flew above the ugly duck. My son had fun in the sun.
Comprueba tu aprendizaje. Mi hermana opera por Internet.
My sister trades online.
Ella paga comisiones muy bajas.
She pays very low commissions.
Los mercados estaban recuperándose por la mañana.
The markets were rallying in the morning.
Hace falta mucha confianza en sí mismo.
You need a lot of self-confidence.
Como decimos, alcance.
Reach.
No te sientas intimidado por su estilo agresivo, de ella.
Don't get intimidated by her aggressive style.
Mantén la calma cuando la situación se ponga tensa.
Stay calm when the situation gets tense.
Como decimos, crecimiento.
Growth.
Mi ejemplar está un poco sobado.
My copy is a little dog-eared.
La sobrecubierta está rota.
The dust cover is ripped.
¿Qué autor recomiendas?
What author do you recommend?
¿Cómo decimos mayoristas?
Wholesalers.
Analicemos primero las cifras y reunámonos mañana con más información.
Let's analyze the numbers first and get together again tomorrow with more information.
¿Cómo decimos recesión?
Recession. Are there likely to be any bargains on the stock market soon? Yes, there are likely to be some bargains on the stock market soon.